Sean Kingston wasn't just broke. He was allegedly running a full-blown scam operation, dripping in luxury, hiding behind fame, and using his own mother as his partner in deception. The same guy who gave us beautiful girls was now crying in federal court, screaming, "Protect my mother," while she was dragged out in handcuffs. But this isn't a tragedy. This is a masterclass in illusion, because behind the fake smiles, iced-out jewelry, and empty flexes was a carefully built fantasy held together by lies, name drops, and one very outdated Justin Bieber connection. Sean Kingston didn't fall off. He got exposed. And what unraveled in that courtroom wasn't just a legal disaster. It was the final collapse of a lifestyle held together by fake receipts, shady invoices, and the kind of lies that sound too dumb to be real. Let's rewind. When Sean Kingston first hit the scene in 2007 with Beautiful Girls, the world saw a chill, feel-good pop artist with a tropical twist. His Jamaican-American flavor and catchy hooks earned him a Billboard #1 hit, and for a moment, he looked unstoppable. But after that, silence. No major follow-ups, no lasting albums, no second wave. He became a pop culture relic, a one-hit wonder whose music lived in middle school dances and BBQ playlists, not the charts. And yet somehow, Sean kept showing up iced out, riding in luxury cars, living in massive homes. He hadn't dropped a hit in over a decade, but the lifestyle never faded. No one asked questions. No one wondered how a man with no visible income was living like a superstar. Until now. Because the truth is, there was no real income, no comeback, no genius business. Pivot. According to federal prosecutors, Kingston was allegedly never planning to pay for the luxury items he flaunted. He faked it all. From watches to cars to home theater systems, everything was part of a calculated lie. This wasn't a man who lost money. This was a man who built a life around never paying in the first place. And the wildest part? His mother was allegedly running the show right alongside him. Janice Turner isn't new to this. In fact, she pleaded guilty to bank fraud back in 2006, just 1 year before Sean's music career exploded. She served over a year in prison and walked out in March 2007. 2 months later, Beautiful Girls hit the charts. The timing? Sketchy. But no one noticed. No one questioned whether the woman behind the scenes of Sean's sudden success might also be pulling strings financially. Years went by, and Janice's past faded into the background. But now it's front and center again, because she wasn't just his mom. She was allegedly his co-conspirator in a multi-state, multi-year fraud operation. It all started with a sound system, a 6-figure luxury entertainment setup installed in Kingston's Florida mansion. The company behind it, Verve Entertainment, agreed to a deal where Kingston would star in a promotional video in exchange for a massive discount. But then Kingston went a step further. He told them Justin Bieber would be in the video too. That's right. He dragged Bieber into the scam. And here's the thing. Bieber hadn't spoken to Kingston in years. Their relationship was basically non-existent. Kingston pulled out a 2010 friendship like a credit card and swiped it for fake fame points. And Verve believed it. They installed the system. Kingston ghosted them. No video, no Bieber, no payment, just silence. That lie triggered a civil lawsuit. And once the feds caught wind of the receipts, or the lack of them, the whole scheme unraveled. Investigators uncovered a paper trail of fake wire transfers, phony payment confirmations, and digital forgery so bold it was almost cinematic. And it wasn't just this one deal. Kingston and his mother allegedly ran the same playbook with multiple companies, jewelry brands, car dealerships, high-end fashion retailers. They promised exposure, offered fake proof of payment, and disappeared once the goods were delivered. And when the bills came due, they sent doctored bank statements and forged transfer notices. Every part of their lifestyle, from the diamonds to the decor, was allegedly stolen through fraud. And let's be real, the scam almost worked. For years, Sean Kingston appeared to be just another faded celebrity still living the dream. But behind the curtains, it was smoke, mirrors, and fake receipts. And what really made it all collapse was the Verve lawsuit. That one lie about Bieber opened the door, and the feds, they kicked it off the hinges. They love digital breadcrumbs, and Kingston left a bakery behind. In federal court, Kingston's defense was bizarre. His lawyers claimed he was too financially illiterate to understand what was happening, that he didn't know the wire transfers were fake, that he was too distracted by fame to read the fine print. He's 35 years old, not 15, not newly famous, not new to this. And yet they tried to paint him as a clueless, harmless figure who accidentally committed wire fraud over and over again. It didn't land, because the evidence was overwhelming, and Janice Turner didn't help their case either. Janice decided to testify in her own defense, and according to legal experts, it was a disaster. She offered vague explanations, contradicted herself, and leaned heavily on "I didn't know" as a defense, despite her previous conviction for nearly the same crime. You can't claim ignorance when your fingerprints are on fake documents, and you've already been to prison for fraud. The courtroom wasn't sympathetic, the jury didn't buy it, and the judge, zero patience. When the verdict came down, guilty, Sean broke down in tears. As his mother was taken into custody, he shouted, "Protect my mother!" The same mother who allegedly orchestrated the entire scam. The irony was heavy, because this wasn't about protecting each other. This was about protecting a fake lifestyle. Janice. Turner didn't get a chance to go home. No house arrest, no time to pack a bag, straight to jail. Kingston, on the other hand, was released on house arrest with a GPS ankle monitor. He's currently living in a $500,000 home that was used as bond collateral, along with $200,000 in cash. But don't get it twisted. Sentencing is coming. And with 5 counts of wire fraud, each carrying a maximum of 20 years, the court has options, especially since Janice is a repeat offender. Last time, she served 16 months. This time, bigger. Lies, bigger money, bigger mess. The judge may decide to send a message. Even if Kingston somehow avoids serious prison time, the damage is already done. His public image is shattered. His net worth is tanking. Between legal fees, asset seizures, and unpaid debts, he might be broke for real now. Like sell the sound system you never paid for broke. And let's not forget, he dragged Justin Bieber's name into the mud on his way down. The industry doesn't forget that kind of move. Sean Kingston's legacy won't be his music. It won't be the Billboard hit or the summer vibes. It'll be this courtroom saga. The fraud, the tears, the lies, the cringeworthy moment where he begged for leniency after years of allegedly scamming people with fake wire transfers and empty promises. And the worst part? He had a real shot, a real career. He was the first Jamaican-American artist to hit #1 in decades. He had a Bieber cosign, label backing, international buzz. He could have pivoted,